Okay, so for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, we're going to begin in the runner's lunge. If you are new to runner's lunge, we have a video for that. You can learn it with us and then come back to Warrior 1. So here I am in my runner's lunge. I'm making sure that I'm on 2 parallel lines rather than 1 tight rope. And from here I'll inhale, radiate the heart forward, exhale, just stretch the front of the right hip crease. Coming into my runner's lunge. Okay, and now prepping for Warrior 1. I'm going to take my back foot and I'm going to plant the entire foot on the mat. In this case, I'm pressing into my right heel and my right toes are pointed towards the front right corner of the mat or the front right corner of the room. Okay? I'm going to really pay attention to the outer edge of that back foot. So none of this, that's horrible, on the knee. We're going to spread through the pinky toe, pressing into the outer edge of the foot. And then just like I do in my mountain pose or my Tadasana, I'm going to press into the foundation and then draw energy up from there. So no loosey-goosey, but really pressing into the mat and then drawing up through the leg, lifting the kneecap, toning the quadricep here as I lift it all the way up to the hip. Same thing in the front leg, pressing through all 4 corners of the feet. I know for my runner's lunge that I stack my knee directly above the ankle. And then here I am, ready. I'm really pressing into my foundation. I'm drawing energy up through both legs here, right? Working with integrity, working from the ground up, which is a great, great note from beginners. There's no rush. Take your time. Work from the ground up. Find what feels good. I'm pressing in. From here, for a beginner, I recommend hooking the thumbs behind, taking the hands to the waistline, pressing into your foundation. We'll inhale, roll the shoulders forward, up and back, and then let that movement allow the heart to lift up as we come into our standing posture, Warrior 1. Lots of action points here. This pose is a beginner's pose, a foundational pose, but I'm always cracking jokes that this pose is challenging. This is hard, so be kind. No toxic thoughts, just take your time. My legs are working super hard here. I'm breathing into the front of my right hip crease. I can take that thumb, that left thumb, and peel that left hip crease back, slowly encouraging my hips to come square off. Now remember, I'm not on a tightrope. For beginners, you might want to take your left toes and your left heel, walk them out a little bit. Just give yourself a little space. Okay? I'm also going to take my hands, the power of touch. The power of touch. Love, touch. Taking my hands to my rib cage, I'm going to soften them down. And then just sometimes I literally take my belly, my gut, and just use my hands to move it in the right direction. This takes time, okay? The hips won't square at first. They might. But this takes time. So breathe and don't stop paying attention to the outer edge of that back foot. I'm pressing into that back heel. My whole back leg is super engaged right now. Sinking into my front knee. Working from the ground up, lifting up, Mula Bandha from the pelvic floor. We'll talk about that more on another day, but I'm lifting and lengthening up and out of the spine. At the same time, opposition, right? I'm squeezing my shoulder blades in together and down, grounding through the back heel, sinking into that front leg. So as I lift and lengthen through the crown of the head and the heart, I'm also grounding, tagging a little weight in the elbows, finding that opposition. Starting to build a little bit of a sweat here as I peel my left hip crease back, rotate the hips forward. I can stay as a beginner here in Warrior 1 with hands on the hips, no problem. Just strengthening the legs. The last action point that I really think is important that I'd like to share with you is just squeezing everything in east to west, north to south, almost as if I were trying to pull the front edge of my mat and the back edge of my mat together. So I'm really working hard here. Building strength from the inside out, integrity in my posture. To go into the full Warrior 1, I'll inhale, smile, exhale, ground through the heels, and then inhale with the fingertips spread, reach forward, up and back. Opening the shoulders. We can interlace the fingertips here, or if you're a little bit tight in the shoulders, you're feeling a little bit cramped, go flying V. Give yourself the space that you need, especially in the early stages of our asana practice. You can see I'm getting a little belly dancer here. The point is to find what feels good, to move around. So again, we don't want to come here and be static in a posture. That does us no good, no benefit. We want to breathe. We want to create space. Keep going through our action points. Keep sinking into that front knee. And then we arrive, Warrior 1. In kids yoga, the affirmation here we say, I am bold. And it is a bold posture. extending through the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders down, pressing into my foundation, and then seeing if I can just grow a little bit soft in the face here. Find that ease as I work hard, marrying the ease to the effort. Warrior one. To come out of the posture, I can open the shoulders by exhaling, sending the fingertips behind me, just nice chest opener here. Hello, felt good. And then I'll come back to runner's lunge by melting the belly to the thigh. Fingertips come to the mat. And then I can either step my back leg up by lifting the heel up to forward fold. Ooh, hallelujah. Or often just a little sneak peek. I'll plant the palms, and often in Hatha Yoga, I'll from here step it back to downward dog, which was our video last week. Okay, so that was Warrior One, or Virabhadrasana 1 in Sanskrit. It's the first of the Standing Warrior series. If it's not easy, that's okay. Keep at it. Give it a try. Practice is what it's all about. Practice and all is coming, as they say. I love that. For more about the posture and other things yoga with Adriene related, visit yogawithadriene.com. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a happy, most blessed holiday, and namaste.